off the cuff with me. Um, you guys have been hearing a lot of UK saying that they need more houses built. That's not really a fact. What they need to do is reduce the rent that keeps getting hiked up, because renting was supposed to be for people to save their money so that they could purchase a house and further the economy. But if the government doesn't put a cap on rents, then you're going to be paying 8, 9,000 pounds for a shitty 2-bedroom flat. And the price is only marketed by the letting agencies. They're not regulated. All these little hidden fees that these letting agencies have, background check fee, that's like 15, 20 pound, but they charge upwards to 80 quid. Then they have their credit check fee, which is another 129, whatever. Needless to say, all those little fees don't cost, let me rephrase that. All of those extortionate fees don't cost that much to have done. As far as the rents are concerned, 2 bedrooms shouldn't fetch no more than 600. 3 bedroom, no more than 750 tops. A 1 bedroom, call it up to 495. Studio flat, at most 350. And what it has to be done is it has to be countrywide, not just, Hampshire or London or whatever the hell it is up there, Sussex. But the fact remains, rents are out of control, whether it's Fox and Sons, Northwoods, Seymour's. At the end of the day, on some of the properties that you're renting for, say, 695 to 720 from certain agencies, the houses are freaking mold infested. I don't have to give you a specific letting agency's name for that, because everybody out there will already know who the hell I'm talking about there. I just can't be name dropping of one specific, company. Otherwise, it could, get me sued. But that's neither here nor there. When you got a letting agency that's not willing to maintain a property properly and make sure that, the people that are letting it, that their children are not getting asthma because of mold. If children that didn't have asthma before moving into a property that has mold, okay, I need to let you all know this. If you can prove that the child did not have asthma before that property, and because that property was a moldy property that you moved into, you can sue the letting agency for not doing their due diligence in upkeep of the said property. It is not the property owner's job to maintain it. The letting agency signed a contract with the property owner stating that they would maintain and do the upkeep to the said property. That is why the property owner gives it over to the letting agency. 9 out of 10 times, people do not understand that if their child that never had asthma gets asthma after the said fact and is from that property, you do have the right to sue that letting agency. If you request for the letting agency to do any work done to the property and it does not get done in a timely manner, you have the right to seek legal advice about taking legal action against that letting agency. It's time that people start to understand what it means to be a renter, and that if you're paying, upwards to $720 for a 2-bedroom property, then you better have the gold standard of, properties. In other words, brand new carpet, brand new fresh paint every 5 years, brand new carpet every 5 years, kitchen every 10 years. These are law. It's not facts. Or, sorry, it is fact. It is law. No matter what the letting agency company tells you, you have that right to have them pay to put it in. And if they say, well, we're going to put your rent up, you say, no, I don't think so. Because at that point, you have the right to do a month-to-month contract while searching for another property at a lower rent. And this way, all you have to do is give the 30-day notice and make sure, I can't stress this enough, make sure that when you move in, before you put one piece of furniture in there, photograph every bit of the property. And then when you move out, photograph every bit of the property. This way you have before and after. And then, if they want to say, well, we're going to retain, say, 75% of your security deposit because this was worn or this wasn't painted or this was, wrong or this was dirty. This way you have photographic proof to defeat them in court and force them to give you that money back. They rip off so many people by saying, when you moved out, the carpets were dirty. Well, when you moved in, I can guarantee you this, people, the carpets were dirty. Believe me, they don't get done by the letting agency. If you move into a property and you notice that your carpets are actually clean, that's not from the letting agency. That's from the previous tenants that moved out who lost their deposit because of some BS that the letting agency company made up so they could keep the money, because they're greedy fuckers. But yeah, when it comes down to letting agencies, they make up how much people are going to be forced to pay. And the other thing is, if you're on housing benefit, okay, they know what their max is that they can take from you. What you need to do is tell them you're not willing to pay the max amount. Don't let them scam the council, because all they're doing is stealing money from the taxpayers. If the taxpayers actually thought about it, they would be throwing a fucking fit at these letting agencies that take on housing and push it to the fucking max. Okay? I got to give leaders a prop because they will not take housing, which is fucked up, but it's their right. You know, at the end of the day, that's about the only honest letting agency out there. Because every single one of these little fuckers out there will max out the housing rent, and they'll also, if you get a housing security bond, they'll max that out too. And they should never be allowed to do that shit. If they say that their bond is 850, then 850 it shall be, not 1600. That to me that's stealing. That's a letting agency stealing from council. Overcharging council means higher price taxes for everybody. So yeah, but that's just off the cuff from me. Anyways, you guys, for those that actually watch these videos, enjoy your evening.